student. Today we start at how to design a program or how to develop a program to create a queue. And as you know what a queue is first in, first out. That the element that inserted first is the element that is being deleted first. So the element that is at the starting of the queue will be the first element that is deleted from the queue. But currently we don't talk about the lead, but we talk about only insert. That we're going to insert the new element in the queue. So just write the heading as a comment that write a program to insert an element in a queue. Then add all the necessary header files in the program. So you add all the necessary files in the program. So these are the necessary files. Then void main, that is from where the program starts. And I initialize size, front, rear. QUE is the name of the array that I have used over here. Item is the name of the variable that represents which item I want to add. Okay. Clear screen that whenever I execute my program, it always appear blank. I initialize rear as 0. Or I already initialized over here 0. You can remove it from here also because I initialize over there. Initialize rear is equal to 0 because array at starting point is at 0. So enter size of the array. Number of elements you want to enter in array. So size of array I already mentioned as 20. So size means how many number of elements you want to enter in the array. So dear user, you can enter size number of elements in array. So you get a message on screen that the user will can enter only size, whatever value you have mentioned, integer value. That integer value will appear on screen. Number of elements you can enter on. So up till now, let's try to run it. So you can see on the screen, enter the value of size. So if I enter the value of size as 4, so it means I can enter only 4 elements. You can see over there, you get the message, dear user, you can enter 4 number of element in the queue. The what of 4 is size. So in the program we have mentioned 4 over there. Okay. So this cout will give you the value that whatever value of size that appear on screen. Now, what is the meaning of this while? While means keep on running the loop until unless we reached at the value what we have entered. Initially, the value of rear is 0. So and the value of size is what? I write over here. The value of, let's say, value of size is 4. The value of size is 4. So initially the rear is how much? Rear is 0. You can check it over here. I write over here rear equal to 0. So rear is less than size. 0 is less than 4. That is true. I entered into the while loop. Cout enter rear plus 1. That is 0 plus 1. So it becomes that you have to enter rear equal to 1. It's the first element. So C in item, enter the first element, whatever element you want to enter. And over here, at this statement, let's say you enter over here, item is equal to 11. The first item is 11. So what the rear will become? Rear will become, right over here, rear is equal to 0 plus 1. So it become 1. So value of rear become 1 now. Fine. So Now this become QUE of 1 is equal to 11. So first element will be 11. So again, I move to the upper side over here. So now rear is 1. Is 1 less than 4? Yes, it is true. It is true. Again, I enter the loop. Again, enter the next element. Here, rear is equal to rear plus 1. Here become 2 because earlier rear was 1. So I enter second element. Let's say 14. So rear is equal to rear plus 1. Rear will become 2. And that's the value of second element will become whatever I have entered. I entered 14. Second become 14. Then second element, then third element, then fourth element. When I enter fourth element over here, I enter fourth element, whatever the value it is, let's say 88. Again, loop will go upper side, fine. And you again want to enter some more element over there, fifth element. So this become 4. And when you go up here again, 4 is less than 4. Is 4 is less than 4? No, 4 is not less than 4. 4 is equal to 4. So 4 is equal to 4, but not less than 4. It means you cannot enter the loop. You get out of the loop. So we move out of the loop. And as we have entered four elements, it means the first will start from the front will start from first element in the queue are how many element? Rear. Rear is 4. There are 4 elements in the queue. So this loop will run from I is equal to 1 to 4. It will run from 1 to 4. So it will represent Q of 1 is equal to 11, Q of 2 is equal to 14, Q of 3 is 13, and Q of 4 is equal to 88, whatever value it is. So it will print all the values over here. And if the value of rear is equal to 4, now when rear equal to 4 and size is equal to 4, it means that I can enter only 4 elements in my queue. So it means I entered 4 elements, both are equal. It means I cannot enter more element than 4. So I got a message overflow, you cannot enter next element in the queue. So this is how this program will run. Let's find that there's no error in it. Warning doesn't matter. Fine. Warning doesn't matter. And we run control F9. So I will change you see over here, enter the value of size. I enter 5. I enter 5. So dear user, you can enter 5 number of element in the queue. So what is the value of size? Size value is 5. So I enter first value 22, enter second value 33, enter fourth value 44, enter fourth value then 55, and enter fifth value as 66. So first value is 22, second 33, third 44, fourth 55, and fifth is 66. And I cannot enter the sixth element. You get a message overflow. You cannot enter sixth element because the size I have mentioned is 5. So this is how the program will run, and it will tell us that how the loop will run. So next program is that how to delete an element from the queue. So I write the comment with / write a program to delete an element from queue. I added all the necessary header files, void main where my program starts. I initialize size, front, rear, queue, and item as type integer. And I use a clear function that whenever I execute my program, I get a blank screen. So I initialize rear is equal to 0. Initially, the value of rear is 0. Cout, enter the value of size. So first I have to enter the elements in the queue. So I put the value, let's say 5. And with the while loop, I entered 5 elements in the queue, and I print all the 5 elements in the queue. Fine. So this is what this element is, that I entered the 5 elements in the queue. Okay, let me move further. Okay, from here I go. Item is equal to queue of front. So I initialize the first element as a front. If front is equal to rear, then it mention that the element is whatever I have mentioned over there. Okay, up till this point, what happened is that I enter the element in the queue, whatever the size it is, as we have done in the previous program, that how to insert the elements in the queue. And if I insert more elements in the queue than the size of the queue, then I get the message. In fact, overflow, not underflow. This overflow. I get the message over here. Overflow. This message will appear on screen if number of elements appear more than that. So from this point, I start at how to delete the element from the queue. Okay, the row program starts. Just wait. Just wait. I think. Okay. From this point, we start cout to perform delete in queue. From this point, we start deletion. Above this point, what we have done, we have inserted the element in the queue. So I write the message over here to perform delete operation. If front equal to 0, a front equal to 0 means that I have no element in the queue. Then what will happen? I get a message that underflow queue is empty. You cannot perform any operation over here because the queue is empty. And item is equal to queue of front. Item means whatever element I have deleted from the queue, that will come in stored in the variable item. So the value of front become 1, and whatever the value stored in the first location, you can see over here the value of front is 1. At this point, value of front is 1. So q is equal to, sorry, item is equal to q of 1. So whatever the value in the queue in the first location, that value will be stored in the variable item. And if front equal to rear, it means there is only one element in the queue. If there is one element in the queue, front will be 1 and rear will be 1. And you get a message, the element is deleted, whatever the element it is, and the total number of element will become 0, and front is 0, rear is 0. You get this message on screen. Else you move to the next element, that becomes the second element of the queue, and the element deleted will become the item. Whatever element is the first position, you get the message that this element is deleted from the queue. And after deleting one element, you get how many element left. If I was having 5 element in the queue, one get deleted, you will get you can say 4 elements in the queue. And total number of element in the queue is q minus 1. And front, whatever the value of front, you get the value of that. And you get all the elements, the rest of element in the queue. So let me check, is there any error? No, there's no error. So let me start first. Just wait. Enter the value of size. I entered 5. So user enter 5 values: 44, 66, 88, 77, 99. I entered 5 values. So because size was 5, I cannot enter more value. So give the message overflow, you cannot enter more 6th value. And to perform delete operation in the queue, you get a message to perform delete in queue. The first element in the queue was 44. So element deleted is 44 because it is in the first position. As per the queue principles, is first in first out. Whatever the element come first, that element has to go first. So I entered first element as 44. So the first element is removed from the queue. So that the element left, total number element left in queue are 3. In fact, 4 over there, and the front value become 2. And this is how it will work. So because it is giving 3, I write over here, instead of this one, I write over here minus size. Then it will give me the correct answer. Let's run once again. Enter value 5, 44, 66, 88, 33, 11. So I entered 5 values: 44, 66, 88, 33, and 11. I can't enter the 6th element because size was 5. So to perform delete operation, the 44 is at the top. So element deleted is 44, is already got deleted. Now the element, because one element is removed, now element left are that are 4. Earlier it was 5 elements. The top element got removed. Now total elements are how many? 4. And I will get all the 4 elements over there, whatever the elements are. Fine. So this is how this will work. That how I can get the value from the queue when I delete it. 5, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9. So you can see 2, 3, 4, 7, 9 overflow because I cannot enter 6th value. To perform delete, the first element was 2, the second element is deleted. Total element in queue are now left 4, because number 2 is deleted, which is in the first position. So the front become 2 because the first element is deleted. Now 2 become the front, and rear become 5, and element in the queue are now number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. This is how the delete operation will be performed. So in this pattern, we can understand how to insert element in the queue and how to delete the element from the queue.